We have been making a lot of videos about the Power Rangers franchise and the future of the brand, and we've been talking about the possibilities of what a season could look like next year. But I do believe that there are a lot of roadblocks and things happening and going on that will prevent us from having this season, meaning there will be no season in 2024. This is a good 80 to 90% chance prediction that we will not have this season. Let's talk about why, break it down, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Fan Club. Now this video could be very negative and we could be angry or be crying or be upset, but we are gonna put a positive twist on this and we're gonna talk about why we believe that Power Rangers is not gonna have a season in 2024, but we are also going to look on the bright side and listen to the fans and talk about what they want to see in the future of Power Rangers. I believe that Power Rangers is not dead. They're not fully shelving the brand. There are just a lot of roadblocks and things going on, bumps in the road that they need to pull over and figure out how they're going to maneuver around everything. All right, since they've taken over the brand, they have for one stabilized this brand, but they have not made that big move yet. Normally when you acquire a franchise like Power Rangers, you're gonna make like a big push and you're gonna make it yours, right? We thought with the Jonathan Entwistle universe that was going to be Hasbro's big push, their big home run. They're gonna try to put some money into something and really try to make some money back from Power Rangers, right? But with COVID to the actors strike, and now we hear that there is a new Hasbro Entertainment production company in-house. We believe that they're going to be using the people for that for Power Rangers. We did hear there was a sale with Lionsgate, but they never actually came out and said if Power Rangers is going to be kind of produced and directed by Hasbro still and their team or Lionsgate, but something tells me they're going to keep Power Rangers in-house. But also, there is a strike going on, all right? So since we heard about this reboot, there was COVID. That pushed things back. Now we have a strike going on, writers and actors strike, and I believe that the writer's strike doesn't even really affect the Jonathan Entwistle first project or two because they've been writing this for a while. I believe that most of it's already written, but now that they can't necessarily, if they casted anybody, they haven't announced anything about that if they casted anyone, but if they did, they can't even use them. They can't even work right now. So yeah, it's nuts. We don't know what's going on with it, but that seems like it's getting pushed back, all right? Now we know that the Lightning Collection is taking like a pause, a little bit of a break. I don't think you're not going to see like anything, but I think that the Power Rangers section at your Target or Walmart, which is already pretty much small, it's going to only have like an item or two. You might see something from the lines and the things that are being announced right now. It might cross over into 2024. Well, like sometimes you might see some Power Rangers stuff, but it sounds like they are not putting all of their money into Power Rangers in 2024. It's almost like they are taking a semi break, and we have not seen one of these since 2010, since when Disney was selling Power Rangers back to Saban. I don't think Hasbro is selling Power Rangers. They didn't even get to do what they wanted to do with the brand yet, and they are making money off the toys. something happened behind closed doors where they made something, they canceled it, they spent some money on something, and they didn't use it. We don't know what in the heck ever happened. And nor will we ever find out. Maybe in the next, 5 to 10 years, somebody, a whistleblower, will come out and say something. But at the same time, we have no idea what is really going on. So in 2024, which is coming sooner than later, there have been no announcements. And we made a video talking about Simon Bennett said there will be no cliffhanger, but there will be a little bit of tiny unfinished business in Cosmic Fury. So they might leave the story open. Then another fan in the same thread said all the more reason for a follow-up season. And Simon Bennett said, I wish. Like, it's not happening, guys. They're moving out of New Zealand. There's a lot of, we didn't even talk about that. That's another obstacle. They moved out of New Zealand right before the actors and writers strike. So now we're most likely moving back this way. They have it all mapped out. They know where they're going to be shooting at. They just haven't released anything because it's not really going down right now. So there's no point to be telling everybody what you're doing when you can't do it, right? It's an interesting time to be a fan. It is a little scary, but at the same time, I've been wanting them to try a switch up for a while. I would like to see a change with Power Rangers. This is a brand that rode a wave for a very long time. But if you don't switch it up, you don't kind of change what's going on with the narrative and try to make it more mainstream or just more for kids today, you're not going to be able to succeed. You watch so many different businesses through your lifetime. Let's say you're 25 or 30 watching this video. How many stores and shows and musicians and things have gone out since Power Rangers, and Power Rangers is hanging on, but it's starting to kind of, even with Saban, it was showing you that they're going out of business, like the out of business sales. We don't want Power Rangers to be like a Kmart where it was strong for a very long time and then it just sizzled out. I think they do need to take a break and figure out what in the hell they're doing with this project. Let's get multiple things going. Let's get an animated series going. There are so many things you can do. And this is where I want to hear from the fans, because instead of, being upset about it and freaking out and saying, I'll never watch Power Rangers again, I think that this is an opportunity to get it right. I love Dino Fury. I loved Beast Morphers. It's what got me back into the brand. And I know Cosmic Fury is going to be epic. And I'm not saying we could never not use Sentai adapted shows and do the structure that we've been doing. I'm not against it. But we also need to figure out what in the hell is going on. I know Simon Bennett was getting some heat a few days ago because he was just telling it like it is and saying that Power Rangers would be more successful if it was more independent and original. This is coming from a guy that has worked on the show for a very long time and now has washed his hands. They're no longer working in New Zealand. He has no dog in the fight no more. And he's telling you guys from someone that's been in the room where it happens that if they did their own thing, it would be more successful. Why would he say that? Because there's some truth there, right? So I do want to hear from the fans and see what you guys are saying in the comments. Davin said, I agree. If changes aren't made, Power Rangers will continue to go downhill and lose money. They need to make changes to bring it back on top. I agree. Power Rangers hasn't been a top action brand in a very long time. Even Hasbro calls it an emerging brand like G.I. Joe. They're trying to get it back, but they do need to do more. And it's not just getting unlucky. Hasbro has done a lot of good things, but For every good thing, they're gonna make a mistake too. Hasbro's quality control on the Lightning collection has not been great. There are some things with Hasbro that they need to figure out themselves within, not just for Power Rangers, but overall what they've been doing with Power Rangers has been a lot better, and kind of shows that they can stabilize the brand and make sure that this brand isn't going anywhere. Power Rangers is here to stay. We might take a year or two off, but when we come back, there's going to be something freaking crazy. Max said, I've often dreamed of a Power Rangers season that was more teen-oriented, and I would like to see it one day. I remember in Zeo, the series had somewhat of a soap opera feel to it. That's why I really like that season. I do think that making changes could be good. I would like to see more for the brand too. It would be neat to have a separate show for other people. I still think it would be amazing if we had 2 shows at once. I also learned a lot from watching Power Rangers growing up, and not just how to be brave and strong, but also stand up for others and how to make a difference in someone else's life. These are the lessons that I loved that came from the series. Of course, the suits are an important part of the show, but American-made suits can be cool. The Titanium Ranger from Lightspeed Rescue had the very first American-made suit, and it was incredible. I would like to see more suits like this. Cosmic Fury also looks really good. However, I can understand why it makes some fans upset. Of course, it makes me upset in general to hear that Paw Patrol could be more popular than Power Rangers, but they have 2 movies and they're doing something right. Yeah, I agree, man. Everything you just said, and I brought up Paw Patrol in the last video because I'm like, they are raking in the money right now. They are making that Power Ranger money from the 90s in 2023. Paw Patrol, oh man, you go to your Target, you go to their Walmart, there is like a half of an aisle for Paw Patrol. There's easily 100 to 200 Paw Patrol items at any store at any given time. They are selling like hotcakes, and they've been for years. They're like the 2023 Power Rangers, if you will, for young kids. Like if you're 4 or 5, you are loving this show. And of course, it's not in a super action show like they're doing karate or nothing like that, but then multiple movies. And this came out when my son was like 3 or 4. He's 14 now and my daughter's 4. The whole time Paw Patrol has been on, and it's reigned supreme, and they are making money. I'm not saying you make an entirely different show from Power Rangers that's like Paw Patrol, but no. How cool would it be if they made a preschool show that used all of the different Power Rangers, and you could have Zordon and Alpha, and you could see like Jason, but also Jason work with Rocky, and you could see some in space, and you could literally see all of these old characters kind of for a preschool show, so the kids would get into it, and you would show the new generation old Rangers and get them into that, and the parents, even if you didn't really like it, you'd still probably watch because you'd get some nostalgia from these old characters. That's what I'm talking about. And then that would probably be so successful that the money you make from that, you could take a couple risks and make some adult shows. Good example, Teen Titans Go. When that came out, all of the older fans hated it, but the kids loved it so much, they made it a lot of money to where they made an adult, like live action, mature Titans TV show, and it was baller. I loved that series, and that's thanks to Teen Titans Go, if you really think about it. It showed that there was an audience there that still loved the old Teen Titans, want to see that, but they were making money off of the young Teen Titans, the kids version. Yes, it all comes full circle. So yes, I would love to see 2 shows. I agree with you, Max. Jay said, I have so many thoughts on Saban. First, thank you, MMPR, and the other good seasons. But he grew tired of the brand twice and sold it twice. It's sad. The brand needs a good production company that will invest and turn things around. This may mean we don't have Power Rangers every year, or it may mean Power Rangers will adapt a Cosmic Fury feel, or just 10 episodes going forward, or maybe movies. Whatever it may be, let's have this brand grow and gain interest again. Also, let's keep Simon involved in capacity. I like the guy. I like Simon too. I thought that he did do a good job. Johnny said, I think that Once and Always kind of proved that we don't need Sentai anymore and you could do something original. I agree. Let's keep trying different things. Katsiar said, I'm with you, Simon. Power Rangers is at its strongest when using mostly original footage. Still, at the same time, I don't understand why we just can't have both. There's more than enough room for two Power Rangers shows taking a different approach. One more fresh and original, one adapted from Sentai to coexist and air simultaneously, even while remaining linked and in continuity with one another. Many shows have taken this approach in the past with the spin-off, and it worked out great. The nature of the show has always lent itself well to that approach. It's built for it, and has always been ideally positioned for it. It's mind-boggling that any company has yet to try to properly utilize that potential with the franchise. The closest we ever came to it was Masked Rider, but that ended up failing due to other reasons. Yeah, I would love to see multiple shows that are different but could coexist at the same time. Shout out COD. DHR Fighter Podcast says they're going to have to change the fight scenes and violence, go from body blows to the head like Once and Always was. I actually like those fight scenes. Shout out DHR. Jason said, dude, I was looking for you on Twitter. I got into a Defend Simon mission on Twitter. The so-called Ranger trolls kept attacking him. Yeah, I don't go on Twitter a lot, man, just for stuff like that. And if you're attacking Simon Bennett, a grown man that was paid to do something the way that the Hasbro execs wanted them to do it, what are we doing with ourselves? Let's all just take a chill pill one time. Plaz said, what I would love is a Voltron Netflix-style Power Rangers animated series. They can keep the Tokusatsu Power Rangers and still give us a new remake. Oh, I would absolutely love that. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I love you guys so much. Shout out the fans for taking the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make content like this. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Anime King Nick, Chaos Draco, The Arctic Operator, Dig Wyron, Tim Rage, Roderick Hare, Miguel Ortiz, Let's Talk Sports, Papleon Oger, Roderick Ham, Jason Morazes, Willie Maloney, Louis Cairns, Solima Ramirez, Danny Nascimento, Skird, Stephen Heffelman, Thomas Franco, Savage Sal, Tim Brown, Sean Schiffer, The Cosmic Nerd 24, Bruce Walters, and Austin White. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You can also become a member. Please join the fan club support team right now. We have a Blue Ranger power-up and a Gold Ranger power-up. This is an awesome way to talk with the fans, join a fan club official chat group. You can also be featured in our videos. At the end of the videos, I will shout you out. That's if you get the Gold Ranger Power-Up membership. Go check it out. Go support the fan club. We love you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.